Hey party people, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Bean.
And we're Kelly Beans Bees. We're first-time beekeepers here in Central Virginia, and today we are diving into
the cookie dough hive.
the cookie dough hive. So, what are you doing?
So, right now, the bees have built quite a bit of burr comb up here, so I'm just scraping it off. But, what?
Good news for us, lip balm.
It's been maybe a little over a week since we added this box on top?
I think a week and 3 days, 4 days.
Something like that. So not very long at all. And this box had no drawn out comb on it. And you can see that they've started drawing a lot of this. I just picked a random frame that was in here and pulled it out.
I'm pretty proud of them.
I'm going to go ahead and drop this one on down.
While you're doing that, just to look at this burr comb over here, so on the right hand side is newer and not as many bees have walked on it, and on the left hand side more bees have walked on it. That's why it's dirtier.
So this is even an outside frame that they've started to draw out.
Wow.
That's the other side. You can see that a lot better. So I'm very happy with what they've done. The only problem is that I have a confession. I've been a bad beekeeper.
He's what's called a procrastinator in all aspects of life. Let's be honest.
She is not wrong. So, while these bees are looking really good and they've been drawing out this box and I'm super happy about it, this isn't the box they should be drawing out.
No.
This is one of our honey super boxes. But
hopefully you can see the difference in
the
bigness.
This is the deep box, which is where our brood chamber is. This we should be storing honey for ourselves, but I should have another deep between these two for them to have a second brood box.
So, Mr. Procrastinator, why do we not have that?
Well, we don't have that because I've procrastinated and haven't built the deep boxes that we bought. So I have more deep boxes to put together and paint and all that, but I haven't done it yet. So, completely on me.
So now you have a fire under your booty, right?
Right. We need to get it done by this
week. Like last week.
Yeah, pretty much. So, that's going to be something that we need to get on.
Yeah.
Because this box is going to need one. The cookie dough hive is going to need one.
Chunky monkey.
The chunky monkey hive, I'm sorry,
Get it
is going to need
together,
one.
buddy.
I know, I'm going crazy.
Try again.
The chunky monkey hive is going to need one.
Which, if you didn't catch it in our last vid, we have a queen.
We do. So we now have 3 hives, all with queens in them.
Woot woot.
As far as we're aware. We're going through checking now, but I think it looks good. So, I'm happy with that. They're drawing all this out. I'm going to dive down into the deep box, and I'll bring you back for that in a second.
We got to get our smoke going. All right, party people.
We are back. So we've taken off that medium box, so we're now down into the deep brood box. And I took out one of the hive beetle traps, and we've got, 6 hive beetles in there right now.
Yeah, we need to clean it out and get more juice.
Yeah. But this is good to see. It means that these things are doing their job. They're helping the bees get rid of the beetles.
Yeah.
So, glad to see it. So
we're in the cookie dough hive in the bottom box.
Yep. And then they're starting to make burr comb up here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and scrape all of this off.
This is looking good for us.
Kelly was very sad because I don't know if you saw the video of us rendering down the wax and cleaning it and all that.
Let me just tell you.
This amount of wax might look like a good amount.
It's nothing.
But when you melt it down, there's a lot of air in this.
I was about to say, look at all of those holes.
Yeah. All of the holes mean air, and air means not wax.
So what do we really have here? I don't even know how much. Not even a handful.
Right. So,
and it has to be cleaned. Like, look how dirty that is.
So Kelly was sad the first time we did it, but, we're getting more wax now. And as the bees continue to build up, we'll get more and more. So it's not going to be a huge issue in the future. But
your stuff stuck?
Kelly was just excited. I'm just trying to make more room.
Do you need more smoke?
Right now I'm okay.
Okay.
I may in a second, though.
Well, I'll have to see if it's even still working. Our biggest problem lately is the smoke. I don't even think it's still working.
So we ran out of the pine needles that I had collected, and now we've been trying other things, and we haven't really found anything that works as well. So I've got larvae all the way out on this edge frame. So
well, they haven't even drawn anything hardly on the back.
So I'm glad that I added that medium box last week.
Okay.
Even though
Here we go. You guys see all of those little grubbies? That is what we're talking about.
Yep. So normally you wouldn't see that all the way on the edge, but they're running low on space, and so as I said, I need to get a deep box on
Is this
here.
on the outside of my hat?
Yeah.
Over here. Okay.
I need to
Sorry.
get another deep box on here, but I don't have any built right now. So they're using up as much space as they
Some
can.
brood on this side.
But I've got brood over here, a little bit of drone brood in the middle, eggs and a bunch of cells, so that's good to see. But it looks like they've still got some room to lay in this one. And then I've got more brood and more eggs in here as well. So
Cookie
so far they're looking
Dough is our winner.
I'm gonna start going through at this point.
She's our
and-
queen bee.
Yes. And I want to mostly look for queen cells, because that's what I would be worried about. I think with the extra box that we added last week, we should be fine. We shouldn't have many problems. They look to be building that out really well and having enough space. But, you know, when you have a frame that looks like that, you know that you need to expand quickly, because these bees, they're going to hatch out pretty soon. And when they hatch out, this hive is going to explode again. That was the problem we had last week. We had a bunch of frames of brood that looked like that a couple of weeks ago, and then they all hatched out and just exploded. So, again, I'm just looking for eggs down in the cells. Just try to step into the sun.
Yeah.
There we go. So,
And a
yeah,
bee
they still
crawling
look
in.
like they've got some room in here, which is great to see.
Great to see. It's what we like to see.
And it also means that I hopefully won't see really any queen cells down here, because
You get stung?
they have no, it's just something dirty. I don't know. Because they seem to have room.
Last week we didn't record last week our microphones. Oh my.
Yeah, that's a frame of brood.
This the other side is too. It's
And
white.
so, when you talk about having a great queen, and we've been saying like, hey, the cookie dough queen is so good, this is really like best case scenario. Like, this is an
Hold
entire
on.
deep
Smile.
frame.
This will be our picture for the front. Okay.
This is an entire deep frame full of brood, like edge to edge, a couple little holes in the middle, but not many. This is what you're looking for when you're looking for a good queen. So I'm very glad that we've been able to keep the cookie dough queen alive and around. And
It's because
I wanna
that's
keep
the
her around for a while.
superior ice cream flavor.
Okay, I can go with that.
Anyway, so what I was saying earlier, last week our mics weren't quite working right. I think we have them fixed now, but Bean actually got stung on the hand.
I did. Immediately, I opened this hive,
Yes. And
A
they were
bee
like,
flew onto
boy,
my hands
boy, bye, back
and
up.
immediately stung me.
So Bean got stung, and he had a normal reaction to being stung.
Right.
So,
Yeah, this is another great frame of brood, some pollen in the middle, a little bit of nectar and honey up around the edges. Exactly what I want to see. But
you
yeah,
go, Cookie.
you know, a little redness, a little bit of swelling, but really nothing too bad. So,
Unlike someone else.
right. So I am not very allergic to bees,
Yeah.
unlike the person behind the camera.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was good to make sure that you weren't that allergic to, since I was.
Right. I got stung last year, though, when I was going out and looking at someone else's bees to make sure I actually wanted to do this before, you know,
This
I
didn't look
invested all
like
the
much.
resources into it.
Yeah.
But I hadn't been stung this year yet. So
Perfect. So what
if
is...
you want to start a counter, that's number one.
Oh, yeah. Bean 1. Bees. Or Bean... Is it Bean 1 or Bees 1? Bean 0.
Bees one, being a lot, because I hadn't been stung. But I'm
Oh.
not keeping track of that.
Okay. Anyway, so what's your course of action for this bud?
Really, I'm going to keep going through a couple more frames, make sure that there's no queen cells, because I really don't want this hive to swarm. I don't want to lose the cookie dough queen.
Because we love her. She's my favorite.
And then pretty much I'm going to close it up and smile a lot, because that's how I'm feeling.
I might take Bean out for a lunch after this.
You might. I thought we were.
Nah, I am. Today is a holiday, so we're here on a weekday, I guess. It's not a work day.
Yep. Happy Memorial Day if you celebrate.
Yes, you probably will not see this video on that day.
No, you will not see
Oof,
the video.
I
on
think
this
you
day.
might need some smoke.
So, again, pollen, nectar, brood. This hive's looking great. I'm not seeing any queen cells. I'm not really worried about it at this point. I'm probably going to try to pull these next couple of frames apart, but I'm not going to pull them out. because
Okay.
there's no reason for me to completely tear the hive apart if I'm not seeing any problems.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for being here. I'm going to go get Bean some more smoke so we can close up this hive. We will see you guys next. We will be checking out the
Question mark
double
hive.
deep with the top one. We don't have a name for it yet. My brother suggested some, but that's
Yeah,
about it.
let us know what you suggest if you have any name ideas, though.
Yeah.
We are willing to name it whatever, as long as it's an ice cream flavor.
Right. And a good one.
I did find a queen cell, so
Oh.
I'm glad I did this because now I can squish that down and
Yeah,
have nothing to worry about for a while.
Have we seen Cookie? We haven't really been looking for her.
I have been kind of glancing, but I haven't noticed.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, guys. Well, thanks for being here, and we will see you in our next video. Bees out.